and welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 23rd of September 2022. Let's start. Which state has launched a web portal named as CM the Haisi, means inform to CM? So Chief Minister of Manipur State, who's that Mr. N. Biren Singh, has recently launched this web portal named as CM the Haisi, and it seeks to receive the complaints and the grievances from the general public. Okay, and the persons can also check the status of their complaints. So the Public Grievance Redressal and Anti-Corruption Cell at Chief Minister Secretariat will also use the portal to collaborate with the concerned departments. Fine. So this is the initiative of Manipur State Government. Astana is the new capital of which particular country? So the President of Kazakhstan has recently signed a new law that limits the presidential terms and reverting to the old name of country's capital to Astana. And further, the bill extends presidential mandates to a 7-year term from earlier 5 years. And also it bars any president from running for a second term in the office. Okay. So basically the bill has reinstated the capital's name to Astana, whose name was changed to Nur Sultan in the year 2019. Fine. So don't forget that. Now the new capital of Kazakhstan is Astana. You can also be asked that what was the former capital? Answer would be Nur Sultan. India, the UAE and France held their first trilateral foreign ministers meeting in which city? So India, UAE and France held their first trilateral foreign ministers meeting in New York on the sidelines of United Nations General Assembly session. Okay, and the ministers discussed contemporary ways of doing diplomacy with a focus on active exchange of the ideas between the strategic partners and United Nations Security Council members. So India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar also met United Nations General Assembly President and had bilateral meetings with his counterparts from across the world. Okay, so this meeting basically conducted in New York. As per the recent RBI notification, the urban cooperative banks shall appoint a chief compliance officer by which year? So the Reserve Bank of India has asked the urban cooperative banks with deposits above 10,000 crore rupees to appoint a chief compliance officer by 1st of April 2023. Okay, and this decision aims to improve the corporate governance in these banks, which are categorized as Tier 4 entities. And for Tier 3, bank with deposits above 1,000 crore rupees and less than 10,000 crore rupees, their deadline to appoint the CCO is till 1st of October 2023. Okay, and for the UCBs under Tier 1, which means with deposits up to 100 crore rupees, and Tier 2 means with deposits more than 100 crore rupees and up to 1,000 crore rupees, the existing norms will continue basically. Okay, so only thing you have to remember is the urban cooperative banks shall appoint a chief compliance officer by which year? By 2023. Which naval ship has been decommissioned recently after 32 years of its service? So Indian naval ship Ajay P34 was decommissioned recently after providing 32 years of distinguished service to the nation. And the decommissioning ceremony was held at Mumbai's Naval Dockyard. Okay. And talking about INS Ajay, it was an Abhay class anti-submarine warfare corvette of Western Naval Command, and this ship was commissioned on 24th of January 1990, and it was posted on various deployments, for example Operation Talwar during the Kargil War in 1999 and Operation Parakram in the year 2001. Okay, so recently INS Ajay has been decommissioned after providing 32 years of its service. A watershed movement, transformative solutions to interlocking challenges, is the theme of which summit held in 2022. So the 77th session of United Nations General Assembly was inaugurated recently in New York, and UNGA is the main policy making organ of the United Nations. So this year theme was a watershed moment, transformative solutions to interlocking challenges, with focus on the crises such as COVID-19, climate change and conflict, and need for the solutions to build the global sustainability and resilience. Okay, so this was the theme for United Nations General Assembly session. You can also be asked that which edition was this, so answer would be 77. The Indian Army has collaborated with which institution for activating the satellite broadband based internet service on the Siachen Glacier? So the Indian Army has collaborated with BBNL, means Bharat Broadband Network Limited, and now they have activated satellite broadband based internet service on the Siachen Glacier. And this particular glacier is located in the eastern Karakoram range of the Himalayas at a height of 19,061 feet. Okay, so BBNL is a wholly government-owned broadband infrastructure provider company, and it is working under Bharat Net scheme to provide the internet connectivity through satellites to the rural remote areas. Okay, so for activating the satellite broadband based internet service on the Siachen Glacier, Indian Army has collaborated with Bharat Broadband Network Limited. Okay. Next is, what is the theme of 2022 International Week of Deaf People? So the full week that ends on the last Sunday of September month is observed as the International Week of the Deaf People. So for this year, International Week of Deaf is being organized from 19th of September to 25th of September. And the theme of this year is Building Inclusive Communities for All. Okay. So this is the initiative of World Federation of the Deaf, and it was first launched in 1958 in Rome. Okay. So don't forget that the theme for this year's International Week of Deaf People is Building Inclusive Communities for All. Now apart from it, World Alzheimer's Day is being observed on 21st of September every year. And this year, what was the theme? No dementia, no Alzheimer's. Okay. So this disease is the most common form of dementia, and it is a kind of progressive brain disease which results in the loss of memory and thinking skill. So it destroys the brain cells that leads to memory loss, memory changes, erratic behavior and loss of body functions. Okay, so you can be asked that when do we observe the World Alzheimer's Day? So it is observed on 21st of September. Which company has announced its Computing Foundations course with Future Skills Prime platform of IT Ministry? So Google Cloud has launched the first cohort of the Computing Foundations with Kubernetes course in collaboration with Future Skills rhyme. Okay. So it is a kind of digital skilling initiative that is launched by the Union Ministry of Electronics and IT along with NASSCOM. Okay. So the beginner level course aims to provide participants an opportunity to experience the cloud computing, cloud basics, big data and machine learning. Okay. So Google Cloud has announced its computing foundation course with Future Skill Prime platform of IT Ministry. Who has been elected as a member of the Governance Committee of the Asia Pacific Forum from India? So National Human Rights Commission Chairperson, retired Justice Arun Kumar Mishra, has been elected as the member of the Governance Committee of the Asia Pacific Forum. And he has also been elected as a member of Global Alliance of National Human Rights Institutions Bureau. Okay, and it is one of the world's largest human rights network. So this is Justice Arun Kumar Mishra. Which country has launched the world's first Cheetah Rehabilitation Project? So as we know that 8 cheetahs have been brought from Namibia and are being introduced in India under the project Cheetah. And it is the world's first intercontinental large wild carnivore translocation project and a kind of rehabilitation project. And out of the 8 cheetahs, there are 5 female and 3 male cheetahs as per the Cheetah Rehabilitation Management Group. Okay, so this is the country India. Don't forget that these cheetahs would be introduced in the Kuno National Park that lies in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Next is, which state or the union territory has been declared as India's first Swachh Sujal Pradesh? So Union Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat declared Andaman and Nicobar Islands as India's very first Swachh Sujal Pradesh. And the minister handed over the certificate to Lieutenant Governor Admiral D.K. Joshi, declaring the Andaman and Nicobar Island as India's very first clean and Sujal Pradesh. So all the villages of the state have been certified as Har Ghar Jal and Open Defecation Free Plus. Okay, so this is the Union Territory of Andaman and Nicobar Island. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now we'll move on to our revision section. So which 3 categories we are covering today? First of all, we'll talk about few important hosts. After that, we'll see some sports related current affairs. And at last, we'll see some recent appointment. Okay. So let's see few important hosts and conferences. Which country is the host of 19th ASEAN India Economic Ministers Meeting? So India's Union Minister of State for Commerce and Industry co-chaired the 19th ASEAN India Economic Ministers Meeting that was held in Cambodia. Okay, and the representatives from all the 10 Asian countries attended the meeting, and the bilateral trade between ASEAN and India reached to $91.5 billion in 2021, and it is increasing by 39.2% year on year. Okay, and which are the 10 Asian countries? These are Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, then Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and one last is Vietnam. Okay, next is, which country is the host of Conference on Confidence Building Measures and Interaction in the Asia Summit? So Kazakhstan country is set to host the Conference on Confidence Building Measures and Interaction in Asia Summit in its capital named as Astana. Okay, so the country has invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi to this summit, and this year's summit, which is to be held in the year of 30th anniversary of SICA, will give actually the Central Asian countries an opportunity to expand their ties with India. So former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee attended the first SICA summit in July 2002 in Kazakhstan. Okay, which Indian city is the host of Global FinTech Conference in 2022? So Global FinTech Fest is being organized by the National Payments Corporation of India, the Payments Council of India, and the FinTech Convergence Council. And it was attended by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and RBI Governor Shaktikant Das. And the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman called upon the FinTech industry to take advantage of the opportunities in the green finance for building a sustainable financial environment. Okay. So which city was the host for this event? Answer would be Mumbai. Okay. Which city is the host of Global Clean Energy Action Forum? So the host for this event was Pittsburgh, that lies in USA. Which country is the host of Shanghai Cooperation Organization in 2023? So India is set to host the SCO next year. And who is the current host of Shanghai Cooperation Organization? This is the country Uzbekistan. Which country is the host of the World Water Congress and Exhibition 2022? Answer would be Denmark. Which country is the host of FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup 2022? So the host of FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup is India. Which country is the host of multinational defense exercise named as Kakadu? So the host of this defense exercise is the country Australia. Fine. Next we will be talking about few sports related current affairs. Which state has announced 2% reservations in the government jobs for sports person in the state? This is the state Rajasthan. Which sports person won the Business Line's Iconic Changemaker of the Year award in 2022? So it has been won by our Indian cricketer Mithali Raj. Which sports person of India recently became the Diamond League champion? This is very famous Neeraj Chopra, and he has won this championship with a throw of 88.44 meters. And also he has won, for example, Lausanne Diamond League with a throw of 89.08 meters. Then he won the Pavo Nurmi Games with a throw of 89.30 meters. And also he won the silver medal in the World Championships in the month of July. Which sports person has won the BWF World Championship title in 2022? So it has been won by Victor Axelsen, who is from the country Denmark. Fine. And to win this title, he has defeated Kunlavut Vitit Sarn, who is from the country Thailand. Fine. Linthoi Chanambam, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? Recently, she has created the history by winning India's first ever gold in Judo World Championship. Okay, so she is related to Judo. Can you tell me from which state she belongs to? Do let me know in the comments. The National Sports Day or Rashtriya Khel Divas is celebrated to commemorate the birth anniversary of which sports person? So every year we observe the National Sports Day on 29th of August in memory of Major Dhyan Chand, who was the hockey legend. Arjun Erigaisi, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? So he is related to chess, and recently he won the Abu Dhabi Masters Chess title. That's why he was in news. Okay. Antim Phangal, who was seen in the news, play which sport? So she is actually a wrestler. And why she was in news? Because she has become the first Indian female wrestler to clinch the gold at Under 20 World Championship in 53 kgs category. Okay, and this championship took place in Sofia in the country of Bulgaria. That's why she was in news. Okay. Now at last we'll talk about few important and the recent appointment. Who has been appointed as the Managing Director of the Common Service Center SPV? So answer would be Mr. Sanjay Kumar Rakesh. Volker Turk, who was appointed as the United Nations High Commissioner for the Human Rights, is from which country? So you can also be asked that who has been appointed as the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. Answer would be Volker Turk, and he is from the country Austria. Which Indian economist has been appointed as the Executive Director for India at the International Monetary Fund. This is K. Subramanian, who has been appointed as the new Chairman of Defense Research and the Development Organization in 2022. So the new Chairman of DRDO is Mr. Samir V. Kamath. Which Indian has been appointed to the United Nations Internet Governance Forum Leadership Panel? So answer would be Mr. Alkesh Kumar Sharma, who was appointed as the first woman chief of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. This is Dr. N. Kalaiselvi. Suresh N. Patel was appointed as the head of which institution recently? So recently he has been appointed as the head of Central Vigilance Commission. Fine. So these are the few important appointments that you have to remember. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenuz Hadsana signing off.